So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty layered bow. You can use any colors you want. I'm going to be going with the pink and black theme again, but almost just some different colored, just some different ribbon. So first things, what you need for this tutorial is two pieces of 1.5, two different prints I should say, of 1.5 inch ribbon. So I'm using this print, this black and white print, and the pink polka dots, and these are 6 inches long each, and I made a V cut at the end of these, and they're heat sealed. So I'm going to show you first how to make that V cut. So what you do is just fold your ribbon in half like this, and then you're going to take your scissors and just cut diagonally, like so. It looks like that, and then when you open it, it's a V cut. You do that to both ends. Looks like that. You do it to this one. So, and then of course you're going to need to heat seal those. Okay, so like I said, you need 4 pieces of 6 inches of that 1.5 inch ribbon, and those are going to be your spikes. I like to call them spikes. There's going to be, it's going to be, the black's going to be taking place of this zebra print, and then I'm using the pink polka dot again. And then you're also going to need, this is 7/8 ribbon. This is Minnie Mouse, which is what I'm using. And you're going to need a piece, and this is 21 inches long, and again, it's heat sealed at the bottom. And then you're also going to need 2 different prints of 3/8 ribbon, and these are each 11.5 inches long, and they are just heat sealed at the bottom. So you need 2 different prints, and they're each 11.5 inches long. You need 2 of each print. So I have 2 of the pink and black and 2 of the white and black. And then of course you're going to need scissors, some thread, your glue gun, your lighter, and then also for the middle, which is this spot, this part right here, you just need another piece of that 3/8, just like a little scrap piece, so you can make your middle. So the first thing you're going to do is make this middle bow. This is just a boutique bow with that 3/8 ribbon. So I'm going to take my 3/8 ribbon. I'm going to make a boutique bow. So if you don't know how to make the boutique bow, you can watch my tutorial on how to make a boutique bow, but this is the same, only with 7/8 ribbon, and this is 21 inches long. So I'm going to make my first loop, just like that. And I'm going to fold over and make my second loop. Well, here. Okay, so I'm going to make my first loop. And there's my second. And go back behind for the third. And then your final loop for your fourth. Okay, and then I'm going to crease it. Crease it like that. And then you're going to take your thread and wrap the middle. As you can see, one loop's longer than the other, This Minnie Mouse ribbon is really stiff, so I'm going to have to adjust that. So now I'm just knotting the back. So yeah, this loop right here is a little longer, so I'm just going to try to adjust it a little bit. You can do that by just like pulling on the loops on the back. Like I said, this ribbon is really stiff for some reason, so it's a little harder to work with, the printed ribbon, but in the end it looks good. So there's the basic part of this bow is that's actually the only bow you're going to make for this bow. So that's the middle. That'll be what this pink zebra print is in there. So you just set that aside, and now we're going to do our spikes. So these spikes in the back with the 1.5, these spikes in the back is what we're going to make next. So you're going to take, I'm first going to do my pink ones, so I'm going to take both of them, take one, and you're going to do a crease in the middle. So I'm going to fold this one into the middle and like just do your little 3 crease there. See how I did that? And then you're going to hold your first one, and you're going to do it the same thing to your other piece. And then you're going to hold them together. So it's going to look like this. So I just creased both of them and held them in the middle. So now you're going to take your thread and just wrap the middle and knot it in the back. Yeah, like I said, this bow is actually really easy to make. It's just one bow and then these pinwheel spikes in the back. So then you come out with, there's your pink spikes. So I'm going to set those aside, and now you're going to do the same thing with the black and white, or your other color, whatever other color you're using. Taking my thread, okay. So now I have both my pinwheels. So then when you put them together on top of each other, they look really pretty. And that's going to be the basis of your bow. Okay, so far we made our 2 spikes and our bow. So now the next part is these 3/8 pieces, and these are each, once again, 11.5 inches long. And you can use any different colors you want. These are just the ones I had that matched. And now we're going to be making these surround bows that are around the basis bow, the main bow. So these are just the surround bows. These are actually really easy to make. So what you're going to do is just make a crease in the very middle of each piece. Really simple, just put a crease. I'm going to do that to all of them. Okay, so once you've found the middle for each piece, all you're going to do is take your glue gun and you're going to put a dab of glue on each side of the crease. So I'm going to put one here and one here. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's just a dab of glue on each side. So then you're going to take the first side and just go up and around and stick the end on that dab of glue. So you make a loop. Just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing, just come around and stick it on that glue. So you make a little, this is what it looks like when it's finished. Just like that. So you're going to do that for each piece. So just put a dab of glue on each side of your crease. Bring the end up and over. Stick it there. Up and over. So my other one. So I have two, and then you're going to do the same thing with your other color. Put a dab of glue on each side. Bring the end up and over. And last one. Okay, so once you have each piece finished, you're going to take the two that are the same color. So I'm taking my pink, and all I'm going to do is glue their centers together. So I'm going to glue this part onto there, so it'll make a big 4 loops. It'll look like that, and you're done. So you're just going to glue that. So there's the finished product. So now I'm just going to do the same with the white. Just going to glue them together. Okay, now it's time to make and complete your bow. So the first layers, of course, are your pinwheels. So you're going to take your pinwheels, and I'm going to sit one of them like this so that it's kind of making an X, like the long, tall, and skinny X like that. And then my other one, I'm going to turn the opposite way so that the points are going side to side. So that when I glue them together, they're going to look like this. So all you do is glue, put a dab of glue and glue them together. I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so I just glued them together, and it looks like this. This is the base for your bow. So the next layer are your surround bows. So now you're going to take these are your surround bows, and you're actually going to layer them on top of each other. I'm going to put the white on top of the pink because this bow is more pink. So I'm going to put the white, just kind of break up the pink and the white. So I'm going to glue the white one on top of the pink one. Okay, so once you've glued those together, you're just going to glue this on top of your spikes. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue in the middle and glue them to your spikes. So now this is what we have. So the only thing we're missing is our boutique bow, which goes in the middle. So I'm going to take my boutique bow and on the back put a dab of glue right in the middle. I'm going to glue that right in the middle so that looks like that. So as you can see, we're almost done. And originally I was going to use this for my middle, but it's really busy, these patterns, so I think I'm actually going to take the white color and put in the middle, just kind of to break that up a little bit. So I'm just going to cut a little piece just like that. I probably won't need this much, but just to show you guys. And a really cute idea to make the middle look really cute is to get these little ribbon slides, and they're really inexpensive. I buy mine from a place online. They do come individual, but they're really cheap. So all you do is thread your ribbon through them. So you go up and then through like this, and it just looks like that when you put it on, and I think it makes for a really cute middle. So I'll link down below where I buy these. It's called hairbowcenter.com, I believe, but I will link it down below. And so now for my middle, I'm just going to put a dab of glue in the middle of my bow. Actually, first, I forgot to mention something. When you do lots of layers like this bow, it's a good idea to take your thread and thread all the way around each layer just to make it more sturdy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm just going to take thread and go around all the layers together. Because even though we glued it, it's just a better hold if you take your thread and thread them all together. This just makes sure that your bow won't fall apart. So yeah, I just took my thread and threaded all my pieces together. And now you're just going to kind of adjust, because when you do that sometimes it'll kind of mess up what your bow's like positions and everything of all the pieces. So yeah. So that just gives like an extra, it makes me feel better that it's not going to fall apart. I do sell my bows, so I don't want them to be falling apart and people complaining. So anyways, so yeah. I just threaded that all together, all the pieces, since it is so many layers. So now it's time to put my center on, and once again I just have that ribbon slide on this piece of ribbon, and I'm going to put a piece or a dab of glue in the middle, and I'm going to glue right in the middle of where that piece is. So it looks like that. So I just put a glue right in the middle of where the diamond slide is. And then you're just going to secure it in the back. So just bring this piece down. I am going to heat seal it real quick because I don't want any of it to fray. I'm going to glue that down like this, and then you're going to take your other end and snip off your excess. And then I'm going to glue that down. So yeah, once you do that, you do have to kind of adjust your spikes to make them look the way that you want them to. So there is my finished product. This is a really busy bow. All the prints are really busy, but I think that's what makes them really cute. I love over-the-top bows, so yeah. So the next step is to just put your clip on. So your alligator clip, and I'm gonna line the top with this ribbon just to make it all match. So what I do is I just clip the alligator clip to the end of the ribbon after I heat sealed it, of course. So it looks like that. and then you just line this part with glue. And then just overlap that. Kind of push it together. And then you're going to snip the rest off. Oops. And I'm going to heat seal that. So I just line the top. That's how I always do it. It saves time. And I think it stays in better when it's not completely with ribbon, because sometimes with baby fine hair it'll just slide right out. So I just line the top, and then I just glue that, put glue right here, and glue that to the back of our bow. So you just glued it to the back, and this is our finished product. It's a Minnie Mouse black and pink and white little bow.